Yo, welcome back to VLR with Justin and Noon. We are just about to try to take on 3 rounds of a Q edition of the AB game. So according to this, 3 of them are going to choose Ally, 3 will choose Betray, and then 1 person is always going to copy whatever the opponent does, and presumably that's the person that we need to have be the only one who doesn't surpass 9. While trying to get 9 with 6 of them. So presumably then this is the one who will copy. So these are the remaining pair. These are solos. And I don't know how you select the betraying. Perhaps that just happens after you've already done this. So I select this for, because they said 3 people definitely, so what exactly am I controlling here with this? Guess might as well find out. Alright, I should have checked that a little more closely to see who all did what. Oh, you can't restart. That's curious. So indeed the pairs can only go in one of the uppers, and they can only go in 1 or 2 of these. And this doesn't exactly tell me who is what. Is US not an abbreviation? Is that meant to be us? So that's whatever we're calling, I guess? So presumably, yeah, that may mean that half the puzzle is identifying who is who. So we have A, B, C, D, and E. So 3 of them are definitely going to choose Ally. So presumably then, yeah, we need to find a way to ascertain who's always going to choose Ally, who's always going to choose Betray, and who is just mirroring. And considering, yeah, the only way, and so I think, yeah, because we, I think, again, are casting the vote for this one, I don't think that we can necessarily glean any information initially from who's in these first 2 rooms. I think all we can glean is from what these 3 are. Eventually. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and just start with C then. So, we'll need to do C twice. First selecting Ally, then selecting Betray. If they don't change what they did, then whatever they did, we now know we can lock in that's the kind of person, that's the voter they are. If they change, then we've identified that they are the one who changes. And if I was able to pay attention to the rest, then we would also immediately already know what everyone else is doing. But I'm not going to be paying that close of attention. So they went Ally, so they could be the copy. So, well, yeah, so they're either the copy or they are one of the 2 Ally. So this time we'll choose Betray, and if they follow us... So C must be the copy then. So We'll put copy in red. No, hold on. We'll just finish writing it out. Seeing as how they are already a C. So then, assuming that that is indeed accurate, we should see that behavior continue. So now we want to see what A, B, D, and E do. We also want to see and make sure that C indeed copies whatever B does, so I want to check that. And then also try to catch what their votes are. They did indeed copy it. It was ally, ally, betray, betray. So let's assume that this is correct, and A was betray. Oh shoot, I can't remember. Alright, so yeah. The only one of those I was actually playing close enough attention to catch was I think that A was betray. So assuming that A is always betray then, and B is always ally, and C is copy, C, D, E. So was it ally? No, it was... Ugh. So this is the formation we had them in last time, so let's try to capture what B, D, and E definitively do. This one. Yep, betray, betray, ally. So B and D was in that. Our ally, ally. E should be the betray, betray. Alright, so assuming that's correct, go ahead and keep A and B where they are. And just to confirm then, we'll pit D and E. Yeah, so we'll do the C, D, E again. D and E. Yes, alright, so those were correct. Alright, so I believe we have this code correct now. So then we just need to figure out the math pattern to close out the score. Yep, yep, yep. Alright, so back to the beginning. So 3 rounds, and we'll go ahead and change this to have X for us, A, and B, and we'll go ahead and keep this as our pattern the whole time. So how do we do this 3 times in order to, I believe, have C be the one who doesn't get it, while everyone else is able to move on. So C is going to copy whatever the opponent does, and in 3 rounds... Okay, so yeah, I think in 3 rounds, the most anyone can get is 3 betrays while the opponent allies. Double allies, both parties get 2, correct? I can't believe I'm plaguing on these rules, but let's see. So A is betray, so let's put you against E. And D, C. C's gonna copy us anyhow. Yep, betray, betray. So yeah. So those give 2. I don't know why they don't let me do reset, because that's what I'm gonna end up doing anyway. I'm just gonna play through 2 more blank games to get it reset. So anyway. So part of how this is going to have to work then, we can't just have the copy face. We can't just do what we just did 3 times, because if we did that, no one gets out, because we only get from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, 8, 9. So no, yeah, okay. So somebody, presumably perhaps B and D, maybe they can just stay the whole time. So we'll tentatively put D down, because those two we know will just always ally. And so if we don't mess with that column, those two over the 3 games will just eventually reach, excuse me, the 9 that they need. Meanwhile, no, I think we will need to cycle who's there, because I was thinking, so how do we get A to 9? Because with them betraying, what I think we want to do, given the way the penalties work, is have them do a cancel out in one of them, and then successfully betray an ally twice. But the problem with that is that the only way to do that would be to have them betray one of the 2 people who always ally, because if we throw the copy against them, the copy will have to be that one round that the archive. It doesn't specifically state which of the 7 people is technically the final one. So if it doesn't matter who exactly I assign to that, then actually what I think our best bet might be is, instead of putting D there, put someone who is the equivalent of D when they're in this row, the C. Because if the C is over here, it's the same story. But now we can control both our own vote in this one and the opponent's vote, and then over here we can control the opponent's. So let's go ahead and just say that we make the first one the one that cancels. So it would need to be the other betrayer. So E, the first one. And then E would need to come over to us, while D would start with us, go over there. The problem with that, well, no, okay, so, and if we do that, okay, so I've looked into it online, and I was indeed, like, getting mixed up because of half understanding. So as I had sort of surmised, yeah, the case is that it's recognizing that there are 9 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, so yeah, 9 participants. Of course, non-regaming them. Wake up. And so when it says that strive for 9 with 6 cooperators, and these are first 2 answers, the first one is for the escape password. The second one is for the file password. So these are not, you're not supposed to be trying to do them at the same time. That's part of the problem that I wasn't getting through my head, but also the 6 cooperators is both. So like 2 of the pairs would be 4, and then 5, 6 only 2 of the solos. So that's why all my solutions were coming up wrong, because I was trying for an incorrect solution that it wasn't actually driving me towards. So bearing that in mind, yeah, if we go ahead and just, the simplest way to get just 6 of us is to put B against C every time. Yeah, sorry, it's just B against C every time, us against D every time, and then A against E. Because then, well, and actually these 2 don't matter because we'll pick ally every time, which means that, yeah, all of us are going to get enough points to get out, while the two people who always complain are always going to... The two double betrayers will just end up stuck while everyone else gets out. It was E, correct? Yes. There we go. So that's 6 people because 2 pairs and 2 solos. So that's the room password, but then the second answer... Yep. The second answer is what that second question was. Oh, no, this is the... Here we go. So, we must be the only ones to surpass 9. We, in this case, literally being the us. So, I think the way that we do that is by having these two, and B. I think it's by putting the E against B so that those two always cancel each other out. And then we swap between twice betraying... no, wait, actually, I guess, does this just work? Because if we betray D every time, if we betray them twice, we're getting out. Meanwhile, A and C are going to copy each other, so that'll be double betray, double betray. So yeah, actually, this works. Actually, hold on. Right, so yeah, we need to betray them at least once. So we could ally the first, but let's just go ahead and do this. So DC. ECE with triple betray. Oh shoot, I wasn't counting on that. Oops. Alright, hold on, we'll restart. Yeah, because I got someone else out. Alright, so I was forgetting about that. So, actually... I think that works fine the first round. And as long as we betray every round, we should be fine. So, and C, D, E are in order. Copy, ally, betray. So... So both of us get points. But then we can go ahead and put D there because now these two can ally the rest of the time and they're not going to get anywhere. Meanwhile, we did betray the first round to ensure D won't get out. Now we can just ally the remaining turns while having them copy us so that C won't get out. C doesn't have enough points to get out via that method, and these two will just keep contradicting each other. Copy our ally. Go ahead and double agree. Yep, so now we're the only group that gets out by that method. Alright. So actually that is the first one we'll use. Go ahead and get ourselves turned around to see it. Archive. So the green was the first one we got, I think, so this should be the safe password. So moon, sun, star. Sun, star. Alright. Indeed, that was the file one. And then sun, star, moon. Bada bing. Alright. Interesting. What else have we gotten here? Well, obviously, star key cards. Hold on, those are important, but look at this. Yeah, does that work? Celivir? Fascinating. So there was significantly more of it. You just need to be able to reach this far. And I think we know why we need this much. Because we know we're all actually infected. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what to say. Cork is going to be okay. Alright, let's get out of here. We need to get this stuff to Cork and Alice. Oh! Or I guess we just hadn't cured them in this route. And still have that one extra vial somewhere else. I think in the lab is where you find that one. This key should do the trick. Yep, for getting us out of here. Alrighty tighty. Didn't end up actually doing that, but I think, like last time, it'll probably turn on after we leave. Oh, and that's the door we came in through anyhow. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and get through the... Oh, whoop. We'll go ahead and get through this little... Hello. Can we put the key in? There we go. Goodness gracious. So, as I was saying, we'll go ahead and get through this to the next story segment, but then we're going to go ahead and call this episode here because it's gone on quite a bit of time. Again, like last time, there's going to be some amount of time that I cut back through editing, but... Alright, so we'll find out about that which maybe is the hologram flickering on, in the next episode. So, thanks for watching. We will catch you next time.